My name is Roy Michael. I live at the Lakes at Hemet West. It's a manufactured home park. About a month and a half ago, were contacted by a company called Synergy, and they wanted to come in and talk to us about what California Edison will pay them to do for us to lower our electric bills. California Edison. Went to a meeting that they had at the clubhouse, and I heard a lot of stuff. I had worked with them once before, about 6-7 years ago, and they, for free, replaced the fan motor on our heat pump with a brushless one, which apparently is much more efficient, and it draws a lot less electricity. This time they came in. Let me go through the list of the things they did. Let's start with this. This is a Honeywell smart thermostat. I checked at Home Depot. It's $99.99, free. Okay. What I really like about this, it's got Wi-Fi. Now, you have to put an app on your smartphone. I tried about 3 times to do it, wasn't getting anywhere. I handed it to Jared, who was the engineer that was here, that was doing the work and everything. And in about 3-4 minutes, he had it all done. What I really like about it, I can be sitting on my couch watching TV, and if I want the air on or off, or heat on or off, or up or down, whatever I want to do, I can do it all from my smartphone. I can turn the air conditioning on. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's done. Now, where this really came in handy, last week my wife and I were down in Menifee. We both had doctor's appointments. And I had the air conditioning on in the Jeep. It was like 92, 93 degrees or so. And I thought, we didn't have the air conditioning on. We left it about, 11 o'clock before it got really hot. And now it was 3. And I thought, well, try it from here. I was able to turn the air conditioning on my cell phone in my car in Menifee. When we got home, it was 79 degrees in the house. That I really liked. Let's do something rest of them. Major thing that they did what's called duct testing. Now, this is a manufactured home, so the air and heat ducts are all in the floor. Underneath is these giant, they're like this big around, foil wire wrapped, so they've got some rigidity to them. And that's what all the air and heat goes through when the heater air is on. And he climbed underneath there. He put on this white suit, looked like it was a hazmat suit. And let me tell you, underneath my house, it's a hazmat area. Stayed on there for a while, came out, and he says, yeah, one of your crossovers is on the ground, and it looks like it's got access so that air can escape and everything like that. So he did a test. He taped over all of the floor vents, had this little electronic thing that was monitoring how fast the air was coming out. Then he went out to his truck, and I'm thinking, well, he'll be back in a couple of weeks to fix this. I see him dragging these 2 20-foot, foil tubes that he had, climbed underneath again, was down there for about an hour and a half, came out, retested the flow out of the vents, and it had increased by about 20%. Now, that's 20% of my heating and air conditioning was heating and air conditioning the dirt underneath my house up until now. So I know that's going to be a nice cost saving, especially this summer, because I think it's going to be a hot one. What else did we do? The installation. Oh, he went out and tested the refrigerant and the air conditioner. It was fine. He said no issues there. I estimated in my head what all this would have cost if I had contracted with somebody to come in. My guesstimate was somewhere between $1,100 and $1,400, maybe higher. My cost through them, 0. Now, I haven't seen it yet, but supposedly, because I've got this thermostat, I will get a $75 credit on my electric bill for having this, because SCE wants us to save on electricity. If I was selling electricity, I'd want you using more, but to each his own. But this was all free, and there's no income limitation, because I've run into that a couple of times with some of the state of California stuff. My yearly income is $1,000 higher than allowed or whatever. That's never any fun when it's that close. But this is all free. Now, apparently we pay for it $1 or so a month in our electric bill, but everybody on SCE is paying for it. And I don't think a lot of people are using this. So it's Synergy, Synergy, David Acosta, 951-210 and 8189. I hope this information helps you. Give them a call. Request Jared if you can get him, but you're going to call Dave Costa at that number. And please like and subscribe. Thank you.